The time is 10 a.m. and this is WKYT Midmorning. The summer is over for thousands of Central Kentucky children. They are back at school today.
Investigators are thinking arson after a suspicious fire in Madison County.
And he's done it again. Donald Trump at the center of some controversy after remarks many are finding offensive. That's coming up.
This is WKYT Midmorning.
Good morning to you. Welcome in. It is Wednesday, August 10th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. You know, I think the tone has already been set for the week. Expect lots of humidity out there.
Yeah, and then rain in the afternoon when those downpours come along. So the school kids that are out there today, hopefully they took along an umbrella, or they'll be...
Probably didn't need it this morning, but maybe this afternoon. What do you think, Micah?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably your best bet is later on this afternoon. And that's what we're going to be holding on to the next few days. It really does not change whatsoever. Today is going to be just like yesterday. You get into that 12, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. time frame, you'll start to see those spark up. Already seeing few blips roll across the region, but nothing really to talk about this morning. 83 degrees already in Frankfort, 82 in Lexington. It's a nasty feel outside, and we'll get it to about 88 degrees later on this afternoon. Those storms, like Bill was talking about, very heavy downpours. We're going to have that in the next few days, but your weekend, much better chance. I'll show you that in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. And first this mid-morning on WKYT, thousands of students across the Central Kentucky area have started a brand new school year. Today, the first day.
Students from more than a dozen counties headed out this morning. More than 40,000 kids were walking, riding their bikes, driving, or being driven to school today. AAA reminds us no texting while driving, especially in the mornings when children are on their way to school. School buses also were rolling today, and one of them had a special passenger on board to observe. Lexington Police Chief Mark Barnard with a seat on one of the buses traveling through Fayette County this morning. We'll have more on the first day of school coming up on WKYT News at noon.
Probably exciting.
I think a lot. And to have those special visitors riding along.
Right.
The police chief and others were riding the buses.
The mayor, there were others on, yeah.
Well, a store in downtown Richmond could be closed for weeks because of a fire.
And investigators say that fire appears to be suspicious. It started late yesterday afternoon at the Family Dollar on East Main Street, right in downtown. Arson investigators were called in after crews knocked it down. And a woman told WKYT News that she was looking at her phone when she noticed smoke coming from the store. Firefighters had to cut into a bolted door to gain access. Fire Chief Wayne Long said the initial investigation shows the fire started in the paper section of the store, which is closed for now.
I hope and pray it'll be back up and running soon, because I do get a lot of my personal belongings at Family Dollar.
Chief Long said investigators would be studying surveillance footage for clues as to what started the fire.
Now, a fire at a Boyle County restaurant also remains under investigation this morning. It happened yesterday afternoon at Bluegrass Pizza and Pub in Danville. Firefighters say everyone inside got out safely. Crews say the fire didn't cause much damage to the restaurant, but because the building's electricity had to be turned off, most of the food was ruined. Crews say they are still trying to determine the cause of that fire.
A Boyle County man says a thief took his trailer with $50,000 worth of antiques inside of it after the 127 yard sale. Daryl Sutherland says he had just wrapped up his work at the yard sale when it all happened. Police later arrested Jerry Stratton for the theft, but they say by then Stratton had given away some of the antiques. Sutherland says police did recover some of the stolen items, but several others are still missing. And he's now asking anyone who received a free item from Stratton to contact Junction City Police.
A string of thefts from cars in 2 Franklin County neighborhoods is under investigation this morning. The sheriff's office says the thefts took place over the weekend in the Evergreen Estates and Coolbrook subdivisions. Investigators say the thieves stole anything valuable they could find in the cars, including purses, money, even a handgun. But in nearly every case, they say the cars were left unlocked. Both the sheriff and people living in the neighborhoods had the same message: make sure your cars are locked.
We used to leave our cars unlocked and everything, but due to all the criminal activities around, we just don't trust it, and we just pull down to the bottom of the house at night.
The sheriff believes juveniles are behind the thefts. His office is working with Frankfort police to see if any other theft cases are connected.
State police in Mercer County are investigating a threat against the Bergen City Police Department. Police say the city recently received a piece of mail that claimed a police officer would be injured if he did not stop doing his job. State police say Bergen police have reached out to them to investigate. A new report from the Justice Department finds Baltimore police routinely discriminate against blacks, use excessive force, and are not adequately held accountable for misconduct. That report marks the end of a year-long investigation that began after the death of Freddie Gray. The 25-year-old died last year from injuries he suffered while being transported in a police van. Donald Trump is at the center of controversy again on the campaign trail, this time for making what some view as an assassination threat against opponent Hillary Clinton during a rally in North Carolina.
The unscripted comment comes as Trump is trailing Clinton in the polls and losing support within his own party. Brian Webb has the latest.
Donald Trump is trying to suppress the latest controversy that erupted moments after he said this about the right to bear arms.
If she gets to pick her judges, nothing you can do, folks. Although the Second Amendment people, maybe there is, I don't know.
Hillary wants to take your guns away. She wants to leave you unprotected in your home. This is a tremendous political movement. There can be no other interpretation.
The NRA, which has endorsed Trump, agreed with the explanation. Many Democrats sided with the Clinton campaign, who called the remarks dangerous. Former Arizona Congresswoman Gabby Giffords, who was shot in the head during a mass shooting, tweeted, "We must draw a line between political speech and suggestions of violence." Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy tweeted, "Don't treat this as a political misstep, it's an assassination threat." House Speaker Paul Ryan, who easily won his state's primary Tuesday, also spoke out.
It sounds like just a joke gone bad. You should never joke about something like that.
Trump has been under fire from members of his own party to stick to message. Yesterday, he took aim at the media for allegedly ignoring the presence of Orlando shooter Omar Mateen's father at one of Clinton's rallies this week.
If that were me, this would be a headline all over the world.
The Clinton campaign has since disavowed Mateen's support and says he was not an invited guest. Brian Webb for CBS News.
Hillary Clinton will tout her jobs plan again today in Iowa before delivering a major economic speech in Detroit tomorrow.
Well, in-flight entertainment is now free on all American Airlines domestic flights. Passengers can watch their favorite TV show or catch up on the latest movies. Viewing is available through seatback screens or by streaming it on their personal devices through the airline's app. The move just went into effect. The airline says it's an investment in its customers, as well as a move to remain competitive in the market.
If you're an AT&T customer, make sure you check your mail. You could have a refund check waiting for you. AT&T has agreed to pay nearly $7.8 million over allegations of cramming. The FCC says some customers, mostly small business owners, were charged $9 a month for a fake directory assistance service. Refund checks will be sent over the next 90 days. Now, if you're currently between jobs or maybe looking for a new job, you may be in luck. Several local employers are looking to fill positions at a job fair in Lexington this morning.
Just got underway a few minutes ago, and fair organizers say hundreds of positions are available. Opportunities range from entry-level to management, and a wide variety of industries also involved. Attendees are encouraged to dress professionally, bring plenty of resumes, and be ready to interview right on the spot. The fair is at the Clarion Hotel off Newtown Pike. It started again at 10 o'clock this morning. It lasts until 2. The admission and parking for the job fair are free today. So good luck for those who might be out there seeking opportunity.
With, as they say, lots of resumes.
Yeah.
Well, keep it right here this mid-morning. Coming up, a woman might be in the market for a new iPad after a little run-in with a dolphin.
The dolphin wanted that iPad. Also, football stars get the Hollywood treatment. You'll get a behind-the-scenes look ahead.
And we're still looking at more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for today, tomorrow, Friday. I mean, we are in that setup, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll show you that coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
It is 83 degrees right now in the capital city, 82 now in Lexington. So we are really jumping those temperatures pretty rapidly. And the reason being is that we're not really dropping them throughout the night and into the morning hours that much. We finished off right there in the mid 70s for virtually all locations. We haven't really risen all that much there in Jackson at 77 degrees. London, Corbin coming in at 78. That goes for Williamsburg and down towards Jellicoe Mountain. A couple of sprinkles down in that location too. There's not really much happening. Look at the system setting up. I mean, we're already seeing those showers and thunderstorms up just north of us, just north of the river. They are not moving toward us. They're actually moving away from us. So what you're going to be watching for is stuff coming out of Tennessee and things popping up over us. That to the north of us won't affect us. But here's what it's going to look like the next several days. It does not look good. This takes you through Saturday, half an inch to about an inch of rain. Remember, it's very spotty, very hit and miss. That's what we're going to be dealing with. And then we get off toward Monday. This takes you all the way through Monday. 2 inches to even some 4-inch readings across central and western zones. That's the best bet of actually seeing not only heavy rain, but the possibility of picking up on some flash flooding. Now, the farther south and southeast you are, the better likelihood of not seeing that. But still, you can get one of those thunderstorms sparking up over you in the southeast and still put down heavy rain in a short amount of time. So the highest risk is from central, north, and western Kentucky, or western zones, that is, of our viewing area. And then the farther you go south and southeast, the better likelihood of not seeing the flash flooding concern. However, still going to be watching out for that as these rumbles of thunder move on through. But remember, now through Friday, it's 40% chances of rain. It's one storm here, no storms over here. That's the way it's going to be. It was like that yesterday where some picked up close to 2 inches of rain. Some didn't pick up any rain. And that's the way it's going to be all the way through Friday. And then as we head off towards your Saturday and Sunday, Monday, those 3 days, that's where it looks really ugly, because that's where you start to get that front closing in on you, and that'll give us some rounds of showers and thunderstorms, more widespread activity. It's not good for Saturday night. You got the Midsummer Nights Run going on there Saturday night, kicking off at 8 p.m. And it's looking kind of rainy right now. I know we're still a few days off, so hopefully, cross our fingers that it's just the morning and not so much afternoon and evening.
Look,
it's going to be rainy.
It can cool you down when you're
Well, that's
when
true.
it's
That is
raining.
very true. Yeah.
Not all bad.
I'm with you on that one.
We'll wait and see. Think of the good points. The next time you go to a zoo or an aquarium, you may want to keep your iPad away from the dolphins.
Might be a good idea. Here's why. This video shot at SeaWorld in Orlando shows a dolphin snatching an iPad right out of a woman's hands and then tossing it into the water. It happened at a viewing tank where visitors can touch the dolphins. While the woman got her iPad back, we don't know if it's still working. It probably wasn't covered, by the way, in the user's manual. You know, it probably didn't say keep it away from dolphins.
Well, who in the world would think of that?
Well, maybe she might have been trying to take a picture and the dolphin didn't want its picture taken. Who knows, right?
That's a theory, okay?
Yeah.
Well, a new reality series goes behind the scenes with the Los Angeles Rams.
And Meryl Streep hits a bad note in Florence Foster Jenkins. Chris Martinez has your eye on entertainment.
Stars came out for the New York premiere of Florence Foster Jenkins. Meryl Streep stars in the true story about a 1940s socialite and patron of the arts. Her dream is to become a great singer, but her ambition gets ahead of her talent.
She's remarkable, isn't she? She can be a little flat. Flat?
Hugh Grant stars as her husband and greatest fan.
She wanted to help the soldiers back from the war. She gave them free tickets, she wanted to cheer them up. What she didn't understand was that they were coming to laugh at her.
Florence Foster Jenkins arrives in theaters Friday. Here's a sneak peek at the newest Defender series launching on Netflix.
I was put in some tank like an exotic fish.
Marvel's Luke Cage premieres next month. The first full trailer shows the creation of a reluctant superhero fighting for the heart of his city.
Sometimes if you want justice, you have to get it yourself.
And football stars get the Hollywood treatment for the world premiere of the newest season of HBO's Hard Knocks. Cheerleaders welcomed the crowd for the first screening of Training Camp with the Los Angeles Rams. The series chronicles the team's return to Southern California after more than 2 decades. And that's your eye on entertainment. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
All right, hope you keep it here on Mid-Morning on WKYT. Do you suffer from diabetes? If so, your diet can play a big role in how you feel, especially the one type of diabetes, right? Yeah.
That's right. And you can learn more about it at the Diabetes Breakthrough Dinner next on WKYT.
Now, tonight's Powerball is $67 million, and Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is now $45 million. Welcome back in. It's mid-morning on WKYT, and we're glad you're with us. If you or someone you know has diabetes, then you don't want to miss this. Mill Pond Family Chiropractic is holding a Diabetes Breakthrough Dinner.
And to learn more about it, we're joined by Dr. Donald Miller with Mill Pond Family Chiropractic. Thanks very much for coming in. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
Tell us about this event and what people can expect and what you're going to be talking about to give them some education.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do these dinners to give people hope. You know, a lot of people that have diabetes, they've lost hope because they're struggling with their high blood sugars. They're researching on what to eat, and all these different diets are contradicting each other, and so they're very frustrated. And what happens with frustration is they end up just giving up. And so the disease gets out of control. They start to reach the complications. And so I put a lot of time into community outreach just to educate our community on what diabetes really is, how you can beat the disease, improve the sugar numbers, reduce the amount of medications you're taking, and just live a healthier lifestyle.
Now, you're talking about diabetes type 2,
type
not
2
type
diabetes.
1.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Type 2.
Yeah, type 1 diabetes, you know, the pancreas just does not work. With those patients, they're going to be on insulin for the rest of their life. With type 2 diabetes, it's an adult onset. And so we have to ask the big question, what happened? Because after, 30, 40, 50 years of controlling blood sugars just fine, something happened to those controlling mechanisms in the body. And so we need to ask the question why.
And can you then reverse it? Or I know you have gone that far, but you can at least certainly make a big difference. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. All of our patients get amazing results. Most of them literally completely walk away from the disease process. But at minimum, we're going to get your blood sugars under control. You're going to lose weight. Your energy levels are going to go up. See, a lot of patients, even though they're taking the medications, some may have sugars under control, some may not, but most all of them still suffer with some fatigue. And so, we want to get them feeling better so that they can live the life that they want to live.
And you make this very individualized for each patient.
Absolutely, absolutely, Barbie. Everybody's diabetic for a little different reasons. There's many different organ systems that control blood sugars in the body, and so we need to find out what's dysfunctioning in your individual case and then address those needs, again, on an individual basis, absolutely.
Two opportunities to meet with Dr. Miller in the Diabetes Breakthrough Dinners, and that's August 15th, which is coming right up, and then September 12th, 6 until 7:30 in the evening, and it is at the restaurant there in Nicholasville. Say it for us.
Yes, and so it's at the Hacienda. I do the short version, right? Okay. It's the Hacienda in Brandon Crossings there, and so the August 15th dinner is almost full, so you can call our office now at 219-0617. If that dinner's full, you can go ahead and schedule for the September 12th dinner.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much for having me.
Well, keep it right here this mid-morning.
Back in a moment, we'll check in with the Mr. Food Test Kitchen next and see what's cooking up, as I think he's been continuing at the state fairs. Back in a moment. Things are busy in our newsroom as we're getting ready for WKYT News at noon. We'll be checking in on the first day of school for thousands of kids in central Kentucky.
We'll get a progress report on a suspicious fire in Richmond.
And we'll hear more about the controversial comments coming from Donald Trump and catch up on what's going on the campaign trail.
News, weather, and sports ahead at noon on WKYT. Well, another treat from the State Fair today in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Strawberry Italian ice. You eat it with a spoon like ice cream, or you can squish it out in a cup, either way, like
fun.
a snow cone. You just don't want to miss it.
We're halfway through our week-long salute to all the food and fun we find at carnivals and fairs across the country. Yesterday, we dove headfirst into cream puffs that were humongous. And since we needed to work off some of those calories, we decided to walk the Midway and try our luck at the games. When it came to popping balloons, Patty was the winner. But the score evened out when it was time to see who was the fastest. And after working up a thirst, we stopped and got the best strawberry Italian ice I've ever had. It was so good, we asked the guy working the stand if he would tell us how to make it. He said the secret is to blend fresh strawberries with sugar, honey, lemon juice, and lots of ice. After it gets slushy, he said to add more ice and blend it again. Then pour it into a pan and freeze it for about an hour. When it firms up, he showed us how to scrape it until it became almost like snow. Let me tell you, this is perfect when the heat of summer takes a toll on you. And whether you eat it with a spoon like ice cream or squish it out of a cup like a snow cone, you can't miss. So why not go online and get the recipe for our strawberry Italian ice, along with all of our fair favorites? I'm Howard, taking a quick break before I head out to find even more ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Don't eat it too fast.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Would make you
brain
happy.
freeze there, right?
It could happen.
But it's a good time to do that, though, because it is muggy outside. It's going to be warm. It's going to be hot, whatever you want to call it. And let me tell you this, if you're not under the rain, trust me, you will feel it today. It's tropical either way. And what I mean by that is the muggies are there. But if you get under the rain, it's a lot of heavy rain. I mean, it comes in really boatloads, okay? So that's what you're going to be dealing with today, Thursday, and on Friday. Remember, guys, it's 40% chance of rain, just like yesterday, where some get the rain, some do not. And then you hit Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's where most get the rain. Unfortunately, it's on the weekend into early next week, but it is there, and there's a lot of rain to go the next several days. We just got to keep that in mind.
I can't be the only one asking, what's that on Saturday?
Yeah, it's gonna be the run.
The run. Okay,
Saturday.
that was the icon for the run.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you for joining us for WKYT Mid-Morning, and we'll see you back with the latest updated weather and all the news at noon.
Make it a great day, everybody. We'll see you at noon.